Well, the toddler stage of childhood has a lot of ups and downs, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're taking their first steps, learning how to put sentences together, starting to potty train. But some young children may also develop a not so cute habit of hitting.
Yeah, it can be really frustrating for parents who are already stressed out. Dr. Aliza Pressman is a developmental psychiatrist and co-founder of the Mount Sinai Parenting Center, and she joins us now to talk all about it. I know parents will want to know all about this and what to do, but first of all, this is pretty common, right? How long does it last?
So common.
Yeah.
It's usually something that starts in emerging toddlerhood. There's no language, and so it can last anywhere from 2 days to 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And why does this even start, or how does the sudden onset come on?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, we walk through the earth getting frustrated with people all the time, and if you don't have language and you don't have the prefrontal cortex that gives you the part of the brain that allows for self-regulation, you can't stop yourself from just clobbering someone. Luckily, we learn from our parents and caregivers and the people around us that there are better ways to deal with it, and we learn communication skills. But in that time period where that's all new, it becomes tricky.
Tricky and a really important time period, too. So when it does happen, what should a parent do?
First thing to do is make sure everybody's body is safe. If everyone's body is safe, you can take a breath just to make sure that you don't meet fire with fire.
Yeah.
So it can be really frustrating, but you don't want to be aggressive with an aggressive behavior. You want to think to yourself, okay, what do they need right now to communicate so that they don't hit?
Right.
And so you want to gently make sure that you remove their body from anybody else around who's getting hurt, and let them know, we can't hit. I see you're really frustrated. Maybe you wanted Billy's toy. Let's see if we can play over here while we're waiting. But so you're showing them empathy, you understand what they're going through, but you're not going to let them do it. That's the boundary that you're setting.
And you're showing them another option, too.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
Right. You mentioned modeling actually helps. So how can parents really kind of stop this behavior in the long run?
The long run, it's about showing empathy so that kids don't feel the need to push their feelings so intensely because they feel understood. And also, don't hit them. When you hit your kids, as like, you know, the old school way of like, I want to show you how bad this feels, I'm going to do it to you. That actually teaches them to be more aggressive, and sort of just having general rules like we don't hurt anybody's body, we don't hit, we keep our hands to ourselves. You can be angry, but there are other things that you can do.
It's interesting you say that, because when we talk about things that parents definitely should not do, obviously replicating or repeating that same behavior, are there other things you shouldn't do with regard to raising your voice or punishing them or timeout, or are those things all acceptable?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, I try to be realistic. Like, parents get really upset, particularly with aggressive behavior, because you start to write a story like, oh my God, if it's now this, what's it going to be in 10 years? So you really want to, the best thing to do is stop your own dysregulation, your own sense of like, oh my God, there's an emergency, I have to go into a stress response and yell. That really escalates the negative stuff that's happening. So I think that's the biggest key there, is to just remember they're a work in progress and learning, we're a work in progress and learning, but we want to co-regulate with them, which means they're borrowing our calm when they can't find it. So the last thing you want to do when a young child that's developing is borrowing your nervous system calm is to give it to them with aggression.
What a good way to put it, really is.
So what can parents do or kind of recognize if there's something more serious happening in their child?
So if this happens suddenly and it's in conjunction with changes, or it seems out of character, and it's not just sort of frustration where you can meet them with helping them use their words or find words or speak on their behalf or show them other behaviors, and you see that it's happening over and over for many weeks at a time, not stopping, alongside other changes, or when there are no overt changes and you just think this doesn't seem right, go talk to your pediatrician. There's no harm. Sometimes there's a sensory response or something, like they're uncomfortable, and this is good information to have. But a lot of times it's just working out the self-regulation system.
So nice to have you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it. It's so important for parents to know this. And of course, for more health information, you can follow the doctor on Instagram at Raising Good Humans Podcast.